And we back. We're good. We're back. You should have recorded the other vid. No, I am not recording that. That is cursed. Cursed. Yep. Turn the volume up for Kenny's video. Can't you hear it? Can't you guys hear Kenny's video? Oh no, I got you.
Dealing with the park and
dealing
with the program, because those are the things he knows. I know my NBA. I know my GM/franchise mode. So today we're going to be talking about those things that we like to see change. Let's just keep it a buck. NBA 2K21 was very far from fun. There is a lot of big expectations with it going to next gen. What can be better? What can be worse? Riding 2K is teasing the My GM community, telling us, hey, be looking now because we actually made a lot of changes. And in reality, I drank the Kool-Aid a little bit. I saw the little report that they put out and I was like, okay, this could be something.
Same.
And in reality, it wasn't really fun.
Yep.
And a lot of the times, it wasn't even playable. I
I
tried to
agree.
record a video the other day.
I have not recorded a My GM video in 2K21. It might be because I don't know what the fuck goes on, but I haven't recorded a video on My GM.
And matter of fact, let me just play it for you.
What do you guys think, chat?
Hey, y'all, 2K crashed. So, that is, no, we're not going through this, 2K. Let's
It's been
not go
forever
through
since
this.
you made one. Yeah, exactly, man.
Bro, why it's 2K? Why even allow us to have these features? This might be the end of the video. And it will be a testament to 2K again. Yes, I am not afraid to publish a video that is incomplete just to showcase how bad of a game 2K really is. And those are the type of things I had to deal with very, very often in 2K21 cycle. Videos being completely scrapped because we couldn't even get through a simulation. And when
Yep, I have that way too much. Sometimes when you see like a scrappy thrown together video, it's because 2K crashes on me. It's because 2K crashes on me. It just sucks. I don't get it. I don't know why 2K can't just fix it. I'm on PC. Simulations, yeah, it's fast, but your game's broken, 2K. Fix it. I would change game, but you've got a monopoly on the market, mate, and you're not improving. I mean, I get it. Business-wise, you're the only basketball game out there, but it needs to change. It needs to.
I was younger, I've always enjoyed the franchise modes, whether it be in MLB, when it comes to Madden or any game. I just always like the idea of building a team and winning the championship. And as technology has got better, new consoles and new things, you would expect the games to get better with it. But if you really think about it, we have regressed quite a bit when it comes to the franchise modes in these NBA games.
It hasn't been changed since, I want to say, 18 at least. It hasn't changed. Yeah, the setup's changed, but it hasn't changed. Like, the layout's changed, but nothing else.
In the regression of a franchise...
I mean, you can't really change too much about it, though. That's the thing. So, I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, you gotta at least try, I suppose. You gotta at least try.
Mode is not just 2K specific. There's a YouTuber out there named Soft Drinks TV that put together this 2-part video. It was like a hit piece on Madden, going through near 90 different features that were in old Maddens that they completely got rid of in the newer Maddens. I feel like if I had the time to go through NBA 2K1, 2K2, 2K3, and so on and so forth, I could put together a similar list of things that were great in those previous franchises of 2K that they completely got rid of. And if we're being honest with each other, when it comes to these big gaming companies, it revolves around money at the end of the day. Me and you that play the franchise modes almost exclusively, we give them the $60, $70 for the actual copy of the game, and there's no microtransactions involved in the mode that we do. So because of that, we kind of get the same product every single year, and it's not good. So hopefully we can get this video over
pretty much because 2K, because we don't sink as much money into it like in my team or my career. Because when we're rebuilding, we pay the down front, and that's it. I get why they can't freaking do anything, but come on, 2K, come on.
The people over at 2K, because
that's Cam's crush. Damn right, this is Senpai King of the Fourth Quarter, my boy.
Whether it be within my GM or the park community or the my team community, majority of people are fed up. So today's video, we're going through a wish list, and it's not my own personal wish list, but it is a guy that there are pillars of the community, right? These are people that if you've been around my GM, my league, my NBA community, these are names that you shouldn't recognize, and the infamous New York is top of that list. This man has put together some of the greatest draft classes
Don't know
in
who
2K
that is,
history. He's always in the community just trying to get it to the best it could possibly be. And a few weeks ago, he sent me his own 2K22 wish list. I went through it that day, and I was like, this man is on to some things. I was just waiting for the perfect time for me to put together a video going through his list. So I'm going to put his Twitter down below. I'm going to put his YouTube channel down below, and I'm going to put this overall article down below.
I'm going to check him out after this stream.
He spent a ton of time putting together a wish list, and honestly, everything that I personally would want in NBA 2K22, he hit at one point, plus more. Because some of the things he says in this article, I didn't even think was a real possibility, and not even on my radar, but I want them to happen. How to turn my NBA into a true next
right now, before we go through it, let me know what you guys want to see in like my league and my GM and stuff.
gen experience.
Okay, catch you later, M-Dog. Appreciate you tuning in.
Where we load in 2K21 on next gen, it doesn't really feel like we're really getting the benefits of us upgrading our console a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out to the infamous NY, been killing the game every single season. So let's get into this list. Cross-platform rosters, draft classes, and scenarios give users the opportunity to play content made by the community regardless of what platform they play on. This is the first one, and this is one of the biggest ones. Let's keep...
Yes, we need that. Cross-console compatibility. Because I'm sick of using PC draft. That is a... Look at Kenny's face, by the way. Look at that. But we need cross-platform compatibility. We need it. Please, 2K, please. Let's hear what Kenny has to say.
One of the reasons I bought a PlayStation last console was because I wanted to play with the draft classes from the people over at PlayStation. They made me spend a couple $100 more because I just wanted the draft classes, y'all. So this is...
Yep. I love being on PC because the simulation is so much quicker. But the rosters and the draft classes, they're just not good. They're just not good. And I want to have access to the PlayStation ones and the Xbox ones just so we can have more accurate simulations on PC. Because, yes, the simulation is quicker, but the rosters... Well, not the rosters, but the draft classes. What's it? Rosters. Downloadable rosters. Booty juice.
Something that can be easily fixed. I just found out the other day, MLB The Show is being ported onto the Xbox for the first time ever, which is a W, and that's going to be cross-platforms. I can play against my PlayStation homies on my Xbox and vice versa.
It'll be so much fun, because I play on PC, because I don't have enough money to buy a PlayStation and then buy 2K on top of that. That's like almost like 800 to 900 bucks for me, Australian. I don't have money to do that, 2K.
It seems like everybody can do this. 2K just doesn't really want to do. I mentioned this is a very, very long article. We won't get to everything. I'm just going to point out some of the things that I think are super critical. So again, the link is in the description if you want to see everything that Infamous thinks about. The next one is improved free agent logic. There should be a lower chance of superstars signing to smaller market teams in free agency. Older players should agree to minimum deals in free agency more than likely,
I agree with that.
Especially if a team is contender the pre.
Especially with a player that's 35 and wants $40 million. LeBron James.
This year makes a lot of sense. This is just for us to get the closest thing to sim basketball. I don't believe that LeBron James hit a free agency. He's going to sign with the OKC Thunder. You know what I'm saying? That's just
you agree.
Those are the type of things that happen in 2K. And sometimes it can make for a good YouTube video. But for the people out there that are trying to make a real simulation type experience in a video game, that doesn't really make sense. And then you also get to the guys like Blake Griffin, who just signed on a buyout deal, a minimum for the Brooklyn Nets. He hits free agency again, and he's expecting another $25 million.
Yep, I agree.
In reality, when Blake Griffin hits free agency this season, he's not getting $25 million. So just better logic in free agency would be beneficial. Improve the logic of trades. The majority of CPU trades are just them doing a trade just to do a trade. 100% agree. We would see teams just swap point guards at the same overall. Nobody gets better.
Yep.
You throwing a first-round pick for another first-round pick. It doesn't matter. But it's just so 2K can say, it's just like the NBA, ain't it? We got some trades. One of the biggest ones, add dynamic player tendencies. Dynamic player tendencies should change organically throughout a career. For example, a big like Brook Lopez came into the league as a post player, but by year 9 of his NBA career, he started to shoot threes. The man turned into Splash Mountain, and he had not even shot.
I don't know how they would do that. But that if they can figure that out, that would be absolutely amazing. That would honestly be lit.
Years of his career. So these are the type of things that we would love to see.
Michael, you want me to
unless
fucking
you're
drink? I
LeBron.
can drink.
And this is one of the things
I mean, I drunk a lot of
criticized 2K
water,
about
but I can do
a
that.
lot when it comes to tendencies. We'll see a guy hit a 90 overall, but you won't be able to see a 90 overall impact because his shot tendency is still at a 30. He's a 90 overall, averaging 7. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
If his overall is going to go up,
Jonathan Isaac, Pascal
should his
Siakam,
tendencies. He
those
goes
type of
into a little
players.
bit more about the staff and things. Now, I do a lot of fly rebuilds, and the staff don't really matter too much. But he does got some good points. Again, if you're looking for a full and immersive experience of playing in the NBA, all of these things make a lot of sense to me. Improve the auto-generated draft classes, attributes, and...
I agree with that one 100%. Please, 2K, if you get auto-generated rookies, please change it. Like, I mean... Make it so it's somewhat realistic. You can't have a fucking 90 overall get drafted have a 90 overall drafted into the NBA straight up. Just doesn't make sense.
Tendencies, for sure. We always see...
Yeah, with proper tendencies. That's the big
There's
thing.
going to be 1 or 2 players that look like they can hit superstars, and then you never see somebody that was drafted 8th overall end up being great.
Then you have Kemba averaging 20 pluses and 83. Exactly, King of the World. I agree with you.
A 90 overall, averaging 7 to 8 points per game because they didn't get that dynamicism when it comes to their tendencies when they get the upgrades. And some of these things are just the quality of life things at the end of the day. Like, getting a new presentation for the NBA draft ain't that big of a deal, but it can really change how you feel when you're playing the game.
Yep.
I would be more inclined to watch the whole lottery go out if this was like NBA My Career. Look at that.
Imagine, you know how sick it would be? You go into the draft and, you know, you're doing a career simulation. You're seeing how this player would go. He goes to get drafted and you get to watch him walk up on stage. I reckon that would be pretty sick. I would watch the draft more often instead of simulating it. I would watch the draft.
When you walk up, you shake the hands. If we could get this, because you already have the player models, because we have eventually, we're going to see them play in the games. You have the player model. So to see them go up there with a little suit on, a little button up in some cases, to go shake the commissioner's hands, they can't.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic to see, man.
This is the part where I am super excited about what could be, because we used to have it in video games a long time ago. Add a weekly show in my NBA that showcases the best plays similar to NBA 2K5. 2K, it is the same studio, y'all. The same studio that used to do this great show. Let me hit play on this.
People like Jared Allen and Mitchell Robinson average 8. People like Jared Allen and Mitchell Robinson average 8 points per game at 88 plus overall. Exactly. And even like a Jonathan Isaac. He's the biggest one that I know. Because his tendencies are so broken that he's a 90 overall and he averages like 7 points. It's ridiculous.
To host it, it would just be like this. And we even had this in college basketball back in the day, college basketball 2K, where they would go through what happened in the league at the end of the week. So if you miss an upset in college, you get to see what the upset was about. Oh, I missed that this current player got injured, so I could just watch the show every week and see what happens. They did it before, but for some reason they decided it wasn't worth doing it another year, so they got rid of it completely. It even got highlights, y'all.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Only problem is, though, if they do that, wouldn't it be too taxing on the sim? I think it'll be too taxing on the simulation. It will be even slower, so I'm not sure about that one yet.
2K5 will give you full-on highlights from simulated games. There's no excuse with all the new technologies that we have now for things like this not to be in the game other than budget. And listen, we can kind of see how much money 2K makes every single season, every single year, and it continues to up itself every year. So budget shouldn't even be a thing. But again, they're trying to invest in the modes that bring them more money. They built a whole city so you can create 6 My Players to find out only one of them is worthy enough to play on the park. It's kind of crazy. Let us do 14 trades and give us more pick protection options. Again, if you want to make a realistic sim basketball game, these are a necessity. Same thing with
let us trade injured. I hate this so much. Why can we not trade injured players, 2K? Why? Injured players get traded all the time. Why can we not trade injured players, 2K? Fix the shit.
Players. For sure, we see injured players get traded all the time. This is whether or not the other team wants to accept the injured player. And in a lot of cases, we know eventually they won't be injured. Like I said earlier, there are some things that he wrote into this article that I didn't even think was on the radar. But after I read it, I'm like, yes, we need this. And one of those things is My NBA Go, a dedicated NBA 2K website that allows players who have access to their My NBA on the go. And you know it's possible because they do have the whole locker code that you can put into your phone on the 2K app that translates to your actual game. So we know it's a possibility for them to do this, but this is very practical for people that create roster/draft classes. They can make edits on the fly, or if you're a My NBA online admin, you have to approve trades. Just again, some quality of life things that can really help.
I agree with that one.
Now we get to customization, because there were previous times in previous 2Ks where customization was an all-time high, and we took a huge step back from that. They added like you being able to add draft expansions.
I reckon you should be able to add WNBA players into the NBA. It will make for some sick content, boys.
Teams, which is a W, but again, those are very limited. And on here, he talks about you being able to change the whole league completely, whether it be changing the name of the NBA and so on and so forth. It just gives your NBA game the opportunity to have different ports to it. And we see this exist in like the modding community all the time. So again, it is practical that 2K can get it done. For example, if you want to turn your NBA into college, here's the option that they want to see. Add 2 halves instead of 4 quarters.
Yep.
You know, just simple things like that can be added to the game.
Easy.
100%. One of the biggest things that they said going into NBA 2K21, they're like, bro, we brought back the G League. That was one of the main things. We brought back the G League, y'all.
That's
you can
sick.
actually play G League
We thought it was
games,
sick.
and guess what? You can. But what did we find out the first day 2K was released on this channel? You can't even play the playoffs of the G League. So what's the point? So
exactly. What is the point? Same with the WNBA. Fix that shit too, 2K, please.
Full season, all of this stuff.
We want to have a proper like simulation of the WNBA. That's just bullshit.
If you're gonna give us the G League, give us the G League. You know, don't give us a little nibble of it. We want the whole meal. Let us.
A 6'7" center who can't shoot won't mesh well in the NBA. That's the whole point, though. You want to see how it works. I reckon we should be able to put WNBA players in the NBA.
Add filters to our games, man. If we want to see
how it goes. Curious, you know? Very curious.
Will Chamberlain go against Bill Russell, let us add a sepia tone to our game. Simple. Things like that. And another one that I saw that was really, really cool was getting us the different scoreboards. Again, the mod community does this great. Sometimes you're playing NBA on TNT like it's back in the 90s. Sometimes you're on ESPN. Sometimes you're on NBC.
Okay, in the fourth quarter. Yes now, Gabriel. Yes now.
2K just needs to take note. This is something I didn't even know existed. So let's say you take the Miami Heat and you change your whole My League or My GM to be not the Miami Heat, but instead you switch locations. If you win that championship, you're still going to celebrate with a Miami Heat jersey or shirt. And I didn't know that was a thing until right now. So yes, fix that. Different jersey textures. This is something my community does great when it comes to customization to any extent. Just 2K, just hire some of the people that's out there modding, because they are ahead of you.
Just
by far ahead of you.
Just hire.
I don't know. I just think that my guy went above and beyond trying to showcase some of the things he would like to see in the game.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
This is our only version of basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's our only version of a basketball game. So we want to get
that's what I was
full
saying before.
experience out of it. And this is basically, oh my God, that Rockets court is so sexy. This is just what we want. Give us new custom arenas to work with when rebranding. We've been stuck with the same 13 generic arenas
same, Gabriel,
since NBA 2K16. I didn't even really realize that it has been 5 cycles of 2K where we still have the same things. And this wouldn't be a problem, but they keep trying to advertise that we're adding this new customization features, and you can do this, you can rebrand, you can do this, but they're not giving us the full experience. You're not giving us the full experience. So again, this is the modded community doing great things. This is a Windy City Bulls arena right here, and it kind of looks like where the Windy City Bulls play. You can play here at UConn. Just allow us to do our things.
I want that too.
Because you have parts of
it. Is this NBA 2K22? No, this is what we want in NBA 2K22 as a My League community. This is what we want. I don't think 2K is going to get it to happen, though. This is just a wish list reaction type thing that we want 2K to actually look at.
Here, this is in your game, in my career. It's already in my career. And do not get me started on the creative player, because I've been saying for years, the same technology that...
just use a face upload. Upload a photo where you can put it into 2K and then just put it on your face. Instead of this scanny shit, just use that.
We use to get our face scan in NBA 2K21 My Career.
It's broken half the
time. How can we not use that same technology to put it on a custom player? If I want to add a Kenny Beecham to my draft class, I want him to look like me. And I know you can do that. Just allow us to do that. And they already have it in WWE 2K, apparently. I don't play the WWE games, but apparently they already got it. Add the ability to upload custom player portraits would be hilarious. You see right here, he's got Ron's face. And this again is a feature that can be done, because
I just want a G League, please, 2K.
Upload a logo feature.
For sure.
You just have to port it over to when you're creating a player, so it's definitely a possibility. I didn't even know how this is not a thing. You choose your takeover for your creative players, easy. and just like over and over. This is the part that Infamous is dope at. That's why I say I love his draft classes, and these are the type of things that he really loves to do, to create the custom players, to create the next Cade Cunninghams and things. So these are for the roster creators and all the people like that. But at the end of the day, they should have the experience that they want as well, because it's not asking for much.
No.
Upload images for tattoos would be...
That would be huge. That would be sick.
Imagine?
That
I
would
can,
be
like,
sick.
face scan myself into the game, and I can put my own tattoos on my body. I would just have my own version of myself.
Yeah,
Like, Kenny,
you
why
can
don't
put
just
yourself
play
in
my
2K.
career? Because my career costs money. Yeah, my career costs money. Why would I play my career when I could create myself, put myself in a draft class, and player lock myself? Sure, if you're a player of the park and all those type of things, yes, my career makes sense. But
Then I could do a CamRebuilds career simulation, or CamRebuilds My League series, you know? Put myself into 2K, you know, me, into 2K, and then play as myself. It'll be basically playing, yeah, it'll be sick. It would be so sick.
for us to just want to do a player like my career, give me this. Custom
Exactly.
tattoos, custom face. all
Exactly.
that. And that's about the end of the article, man. Again, there are so many things that I didn't even touch on. This is just a very, very small portion of it. My guy put together a beautiful, beautifully written showcase list. I could tell it took him a long time, so I appreciate if you show him some love. One thing my guy Agent always says when he's criticizing 2K is that the solution for a lot of the problems is to hire more developers. And from what I can tell, they plan on hiring more developers for 2K22, and hopefully some of those developers can come over to our portion of the game and help it be better.
Please.
If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like, man. I know this.
Please, that would be fantastic, 2K. Please, do that. It's not hard. It's not hard, 2K.